Hello, YouTube. Welcome to our this week's discussion on What If. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
This is Sean.
This is What If T'Challa was Star Lord.
I'm gonna start tapping out as like you guys tapped out on me on fucking Bad Batch.
You didn't watch it. We were ahead of you.
I was gonna say
in Bad Batch?
We were that one
that's
week,
how
then we missed it.
We were ahead of you, and you were like, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm positive.
And then y'all stopped watching them. But
Well, no, after you tapped out, we were done. But
I'll jump back in. I don't care. So Sean, since you're the at first, what did you think of this episode?
I'm sitting real steady with what my review was on the previous one. It's garbage. I hate it. I really hate it. Out of respect to Chadwick Boseman, it was okay at best, but it was still garbage. I just don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna like any of them. I'm gonna be honest with you going forward. This whole thing may get just a 0 from me on so many levels. It's okay at best. It's something to watch, but if I didn't have to watch it, I wouldn't even care. Once it's over, I don't care. So, with that being said, I give it a low sidekick. Low. It's tinkering on a 0, but it's still low.
Steve?
This episode gets a hero for me. I loved it. I loved the story. I loved all the different versions of these characters. I loved Thanos and the Collector and Nebula and Yondu, and I love Chadwick Boseman. I love fucking Jamon Hansu's character. I don't even know what his name is, but he was awesome. And Sean, I actually thought that the animation was...
It's the same animation, Steve. So if you don't like the animation...
I thought it looked better in this one. I thought it looked better in this one.
It's the same fucking shitty animation. You know that, right?
It looked better. I thought a lot of the facial animations were done better.
It was the same shitty animation.
Hey, you don't get to tell me what I think. All right, I get to tell you what I think.
I'm not telling you what you think, but I'm just saying you last week you said it's shitty animation, and this week you said it's better animation.
I think what happened with last week was there was a filter put on last week. There was a fuzz,
it's the same shit. There's no fuzz. It's the same thing, man. I know what I'm looking at. It's the same shit.
Really
it's
funny
garbage.
thing because it was from the 40s or whatever. So I think that there was like a filter put on last week. I don't know what to say. Maybe I woke up and watched this at 4:00 in the morning because I couldn't breathe and I was sick. And I put it on and I smoked some weed, and maybe it was just I was in a different frame of mind. I don't know. But I had a blast with it. I thought it was great. I still think that there's issues with the animation as far as like when they're walking around. It just feels like they're walking on stilts. I don't like some of the character movements, but I thought the facial animations did a lot better on this one. Especially, again, like Jamon Hansu's character just killed it for me.
Korath.
I hated that whole groupie fanboy thing.
I loved it. Why not give him something else to do? Like I loved it. And Thanos, I love Thanos in here. He's just part of the crew. Thanos didn't snap because Chadwick Boseman talked him out of it. Awesome. Nebula's got a fucking blonde wig. She's fucking running around being a little supermodel. Awesome. Collector's like a giant fucking buff monster. Awesome. You got a whole fucking 5-minute scene with Howard the Duck in this. Awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I give episode 2 of What If the highest of heroes. I loved it. So.
Highest of heroes. Wow.
I did. What do you want me to say? I loved it.
This is one of the rare moments where Steve and I are on the same page, and
that is a rare moment.
And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the added dimension, as you said, Steve, that they brought in with the story with Chadwick Boseman. That like. His personality as T'Challa and what T'Challa brings, even being taken from a young kid, he was able to he transformed the Ravengers into thieves, into Robin Hood. You know, that's what he.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. T'Challa is a better person than Peter Quill.
Well, of course. I mean,
top to bottom. So
yeah, I mean, we understand that. Yes, of course, and we see that at the end of this one. But the fact that he was able to stop the fucking snap just talking to Thanos. That all these guys that he is, you know, it goes back to the beginning of it. I know, Sean, you didn't like it when Korath was a fanboy.
Not only stopped him by talking to him, brought him into the fold. He's a straight up Ravager.
Yeah, he's got the little logo and everything. He's wearing the gear. I like Taserface being back in here, especially, I thought that was good. Again, great. And the fact that everyone, except for Dave Bautista, was brought back for a voice cast.
I'll tell you this, though. Whoever they got to voice Drax did a fine job because it sounded just like him. So
yeah, I had no problems with it. And again, loved the story. Loved being here. I if they would have turned this...
Chadwick Boseman's dad is not dead because he was never at the fucking UN to get blown up by the Winter Soldier because he was looking for his son. Like, everything's different.
Yeah, and the fact that you find out that Wakanda has a space team now. I mean, that's in one of the What If comics. That is a What If comic of Space Wakanda. Like, that's a story. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
So tying more different things in, like, I like this because I think this is gonna tie into some bigger stuff. Which, I mean, we saw some trailers with kind of like a new type of Avengers team, but I just thought it was fun. Like, and again, heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's fun and it's heartbreaking at the same time.
I didn't get the heartbreaking part. But...
It's heartbreaking because we're not getting Chadwick.
Because we're not getting Chadwick.
And
I was talking about the story.
Even his command, of this, and him with Michael Rooker, and just the different conversations that they had. Like Michael Rooker didn't want to go through the mission with the Collector and all this kind of stuff, and then again, Chadwick having his backstory with Nebula setting up the heist. I loved it. I thought it was good.
You know what else was awesome? Was when they were talking about the heist, they had the fucking Ant-Man heist music going.
They did.
A little fucking... That little fucking thing, the little drum thing. And then I liked the fucking, the little Black Panther musical notes they had as, like, we would see Chadwick running around. And it was like, do-do-do-do, that little Black Panther musical note, like, killing it. Like, this one for me, like, last episode, I wasn't as in, but this one for me got me. So, I don't know.
Sean, I mean, did you not like the story even on this one?
No. I was out of it. I didn't care. I was like, eh. When I got done watching, I was like, eh.
That's interesting.
Wow, not me. It ended, and I was like, well, that was awesome. So
I know, like, to me, like, oh my god, like, what, even again, I know you get the Captain Carter stuff, but like, to me, like, both of these could have been made into feature-length live-action movies.
Agreed.
That could compete with the original movies. Like, this could be, if they made this in a feature-length live-action, as good or better than Guardians.
I don't think they even need to do like a...
They don't have to. I'm just saying if they did this story.
I'm saying like feature-length. Like, they could easily do this same exact story, just live action, for 35 minutes as an episode.
I agree.
If it was in live action, I think I would love it even more.
Agree.
Like, no bullshit. I would love it even more.
I mean, seeing the collector's room, meeting a Howard the Duck, fantastic. And getting Seth Green again to come back and voice him, fantastic. I mean, all of it worked so well.
They took Cosmo. They took Cosmo with them.
They did. I like that too. I like that Cosmo was there. I don't know what it is.
Like at the end of this episode, Thanos is having dinner in the banquet hall of Wakanda. Like, what? What a difference between this and the standard MCU. Like, holy shit.
A lot of fun. I mean, I guess that's where I'm at.
And let me tell you this right now. This Star-Lord, this T'Challa Star-Lord, getting it in with Nebula. There's no way he's not getting it in with Nebula. She's calling him Cha-Cha. My guys.
I didn't think of it that way, but I guess so.
It's definitely happening.
It's going to be interesting how these start connecting, because I mean they're going to start connecting.
I guarantee right now.
I don't think they are. I think they're just what ifs.
No, it's connecting to one main story.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a meetup with all these characters at one point. They've shown that in the trailers, but I guarantee you right now, I'm not gonna like the Party Thor episode. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that will be the worst episode of the series. I do think this story, unless something changes.
I will be shocked if I even give that a pass. If I even give that a sidekick, because it just you're gonna bro surfer dude up Thor and make him unbearable, and I have no interest in that. So,
all right. So there you go. That was our discussion on what if T'Challa became Star-Lord. I think some varying opinions here. Super loving it and super hating it. So,
although I'm going to take a minute to appreciate you and my solidarity here.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Even when we do our own reviews, when Sean's not here with 31 Days or Patreon shit, we don't really agree a lot. So
it's true. It's true. Tears coming down. Tears. It's finally happening, and it's happening on a Marvel property. So that even makes me happier.
True. It's been weird because you sometimes give DC shit more love than I do, and I feel weird about that.
It's true. That is true as well. So, all right. Well, thank you, YouTube, for watching. Let us know what you thought about What If. These are short episodes. We don't want to keep them long because they're short. They're short shows. So if you want to find out all the Easter eggs and stuff, they're out there. I mean, we're not going to break every single scene down. That's not what we talk about here. So, but thank you guys for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week. This is Will.
This is Sean.
And this is Steve. Until next time, everybody, keep it geeky.